What's going on, everybody? It's Crypto Vision here, back again with another crypto market update. Today's video, we're going to be checking out TARS AI per subscriber request. So, if you like today's video, please hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and let's get into it. So, TARS AI, right? It's an interesting chart, right? Last time we went over it was October 7th. So let's go ahead and see what we were doing. Okay, October 7th. Right before a big drop, right before a big drop, we did reject through here. I don't know what the heck happened to my lower targets, but they are not present. I know I put them on here because we got three green, we got three, areas of resistance, and we have nothing to the downside. So I gotta redraw those, kind of see where we're at with that. So that's kind of frustrating. But overall, right, the fact that you rejected here, red flag, right? Definitely red flag, rejected off a key area, and you've been going down since. So overall, right, this does look, I mean, you had a 2024 run. This was a 2024 run for sure. This whole thing is 2024. It really looks like a lot of people have been saying we've been in a bull market. I think a lot of altcoins have been in a bear market, right? Since 2024, right? TARS AI is more than likely down 90%, something like that, in the 90s. It looks bad, right? It looks bad. Yeah, 95%. 95% down. This is a bear market. Bear market lows right there. That's the bear market low. Do we come back and retest that? I'm not sure, right? I'm not sure just because we are getting some sort of bounce. It's nothing major, right? It's nothing major. We'll get into some levels we can go down to, but I just think market makers are down through here. But it wouldn't surprise me, right? At this point, it wouldn't surprise me just because you're already. Um, let's put it on the fibs. Let's see at the fibs. All right, from low to the high, and we can readjust these. Let's move this up just a tiny bit, and we'll bring this down, and we're gonna move this somewhere else. You're right at your 886. Right at your 886. That's nice. Very, very, very nice. I'm just gonna delete this and add one. Okay, so you good on that. Let's do this fib through here. Yeah, you pretty much rejected your 618. Rejected your 618. Got down. That 886 is almost perfect. What was this low at? This low is 28892. This is 28615. So pretty much, you're on like partial pennies, with how close that is. So I do like that. Right? I do like that you've came down to your 886, possibly come back down, and we're going to keep that in mind. We're going to build a case for going higher and lower. This is a B wave right through here. This is your B wave for sure. Let's see how high we got. That looks like to maybe the 0.5 or something like that. 618, right to the 618. Okay, perfect B wave. Okay, perfect B wave. You tried to hold your 382 for a while, but you couldn't, right? It's difficult when you're facing so much sell side pressure. Your asset is 29 million. Yeah, it doesn't take a lot to send this thing down. I do want to, right? Just the whole dripping, it's just drooping, right? It's just kind of drooping. It just kind of looks sad, right? It does. It looks sad. So, yeah, it looks like it wants lower, but we're gonna keep looking at this. So if we do think we were in a, if we're in an ABC kind of structure, so the C wave, right? You do have, there's not a lot of areas where you're back taking highs. You know what I mean? There's not like a solid B wave in this correction. Yeah, you got like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 1. Then you got like a little reset. So that's your 2. And then you got like a 1, 2. That doesn't work out actually because you come and take the lows. So that doesn't work. another 1 2, 1 2, 3 4 5, or right, since because of the strong sell-off, right, you got a 1 2 3, all right, 3 4, and now you're getting into your fifth wave. Right, now you're getting into your fifth and final wave. I like that. Right, so you're in your fifth and final wave of your last C wave. Right, so what does that mean? We're gonna look for some lower prices. Right, we're gonna look for some lower prices down through here. Right, down through this wave right here. If we think this is your wave, right, I mean, is this really a 1 1 2 3 4 5? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll look into it. All right, we'll look into it. Nope, don't draw all over. Okay, so if we think that just looks like such a better 1 2, right, on the daily at least. But we can come up through here and right there, something like that. Boom, like your 1 2. What did that get to? Almost got to your 2272. Yeah, down through there. That could be your 1 2. Okay, that's one possibility. That's one possibility. So your 1 2, your 2618 would take you down to 1 7. We're gonna start marking these off. Overall, right? Not just that would be like the entirety of that wave. So looking right there, you did pretty much get to your 2. That's an area 2, so we can do that. Boom. We'll track the 2 and the 2618. So let's redraw this and see, right, if this is the 1 2. You got to the 1 extension. That's not very. That's not a very. Just that 1 2 is so large for this third wave. Right. I mean, you are interacting with the 2 of your 1 2 down through here a lot more convincingly, I would say. I mean, if you do, then you're taking out. I mean, you're going to like all-time lows. I don't think that. But it's crypto, so it doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what I think. The fact that, you know, I'm starting to think that this overall right here, so I'd bring your 2 all the way down here. Yeah, it's like, no, I don't see that. That would mean, so if this is your 1 2, if this is your 1 2 like this, I mean this is your entire third wave up through here. And this is your fourth wave, and then this is the 1 2. Right? That has to be. So that would be your fourth, so you're like ABC, and then you're in your fifth wave. So that could work. That could work, right? Some type of flat pattern. That could. Let's see. Let's go on and see what we got. Boom, right at that 786. That's perfect again. I mean, that 1733, I think is the most reliable, especially if you break through this 618. Right, and then I'll go ahead and, okay, let's do this now. Okay, fib retracement of your third wave, of this overall wave through here. Right, I want to take that, yeah, take the high of the third wave, go to the low. The 1618 is pretty close, because that's the low of the second wave. If we take the low of just the first wave, if we just take that low through here, you know, it's not. I'm trying to see what else is likely. You do interact with the 618 a lot through here, right? That's kind of like your, if we invert this, it's kind of like your support zone, I'd say, right, for the downside. All right, so if you're doing this, you're like coming up and bouncing off there. So that's pretty relevant. I'll take one more. We'll get multiple angles. We'll get multiple. Because I don't think this is finished quite yet. And we'll go in the smaller time frame and look at it. I do like the low through here like that. Boom. Matter of fact, we're going to take the third wave high, or third wave low to the B wave high, and we're going to see that. Okay, we got the 1272. I mean, that's exactly where it bounced last time. I mean, almost quite. That's exactly where it bounced last time. Wow. I don't know if you get down that low. That's pretty low. I like the 618 through there. Boom, right there. So there we go. We got those two. And then just to, so we can see where we're at for this last, this last C wave, we need to get above. Something we need to start working towards and getting above. Right through there. It's a nice area. So we've more than likely turned that area into resistance. Right? It was acting as support, and more than likely it's going to act as resistance. All right, so we got to get above that now. So those are some levels I got. So it's kind of in no man's land right now. Kind of in no man's land. You got some levels to the downside still. You're sitting right at your 886. I mean, I can put one more right through here because your 886 is at like, it's like right there. I'm just kind of just eyeballing that. That's kind of your 886. It kind of bounced right at your 886 area, so we'll just put that right there. But overall, right, I mean, possible area to, right, not a financial advisor, not financial advice, but possible area to add, right, possible area to add because you're at your lows, and then possible area to remove if you're trying to buy down your price and or wait, right, because this area right here is going to be key. I know there's another resistance line, but in order to I in my opinion, I believe that once these two are broken, this is going to have minimal resistance. Because as of right now, you got resistance lines. You got your 200 EMA, you got your 100 EMA right on each of them. I mean, they're almost right on the resistance lines. So yeah, that's what I got in terms of the RSI. Right, definitely oversold on your Fu Manchu. If you guys don't know the Fu Manchu, you can get it right through here. Fu Manchu. It's just like the MACD. It's a delayed indicator. It's not a front-running indicator, but it does give visual cues on possible areas to buy down through here, right? So this is when you have your bearish momentum has come down, and then your bullish momentum is up top. Your stochastics are they take into account other indicators, right? And so right, you have your one of your stochastics crossing down. It's pretty bearish, but overall, right, you're already at your lows. Once this thing is at, it only can go to 0. It's at 11, right? So some more possible downside for sure. Let me go ahead and get a trend line on this bad boy right here. I kind of want to take that one right there. Yep. I want to take the most recent rejection. Something like that. Capture some fake outs, get the most recent rejection. You didn't actually get oversold. That's very interesting. You didn't get oversold. Assets like XLM, I believe XRP did. jazz me, right? I mean, this is a $29 million asset. It didn't get oversold, so that has me believing that you could have hit your low. Um, the fact that you're, like I said, $29 million asset, there's not a lot of opportunity, there's not a lot of money to be made on the short side of this, just because it's already down 95%, right? This thing has been, pardon me, this thing has been killed already. Like, this thing has been killed. It's like that meme where it's like, it's already dead. Like, this thing has been, look at that, coming all the way down. It has. So, overall, it's okay. I think it's doing okay, right? It's not great. It's not amazing. It's just okay. In terms of the weekly RSI, did I have this on here? Yeah, it's like a little sell side wall. Cool. I mean, that is a long lasting, that is a large bull flag, or just a flag. At that point, I don't even think it's a bull flag anymore, because you're almost down at your 1-to-1, right? But right, you got your highs, you got your lows. That'll work for now. I can put this up just slightly. Boom, right there. But you are down at your lower ends. I mean, look at that. The Fibonacci is super oversold. Super oversold. Waiting for a green dot on the weekly. But the fact that you're kind of just going sideways for such a long time now, not doing anything, it's not particularly bad. It's more so consolidation, reaccumulation down through here. And so, right, this did break down through. So, I'll just keep this where it's at and see if we can recover. And then I do want to check like the 4-hour. Yeah, 4-hour definitely got oversold. Yeah, I just don't like this so far. I don't. Like, everyone's calling for the low. Everyone's calling for the low. You got tweezers, the little tweezer bottom. Those are built in for market makers to go grab liquidity real quick. Because now they know, right, when they open up the charts, they see things like this. They're like, okay, well, there's more than likely there is liquidity resting right down there. So let's do one drop and then go. Right, one drop and then go. That's two opportunities. These guys were late right here. If you longed on Tuesday instead of Monday, you were late, and so they'll probably try to wipe out both. And see how it's just lower. Let's see an example. Will this let me go back all the way to the last breakout? See that right there? See that right there? So they longed, right? Same thing, tweezer bottom, whatever. You came up a little bit, you came back down and took that, then you went and didn't come back. All right, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. Could be a double bottom, could be a little bit lower, could be somewhat higher, just to scare longs to get out, right? Encourage them to get out here. If you don't, you're out here. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I got for TARS AI. The levels to the upside haven't changed for the most part, just because of, where, whoa, no. I don't know what I just hit. Where are we at? So you got that 25, I got 25 cents all the way up to 58 cents. So, I mean, from here, right? I mean, what is it at? It's at 3 cents. It's at 3 cents. That is a crazy move. I mean, that's, I mean, great move. If everything plays out, if we actually get some movement, right, I would assume that this thing can actually move. But for the meantime, watch out for maybe a couple days that go up, right? A couple days that come up, hit that 20-day EMA. If you're invested in TARS AI, be aware of the 20 EMA, right? If you reject it, you're more than likely coming down, taking out those lows, finishing up everything. Probably could even come down through here, and then you go. All right, because a lot of people are calling the lows right now, and that's when the low is not in, right? When people are saying, a lot of people are saying it's over. I wonder what the crypto fear and greed index is today, actually. I'll be prepared if you don't have, oh, too late. Too late, sorry, you're blinded. You're blinded. Let's see what it's at. It's at 20 today. Wow, this was at 27 yesterday, so I only can imagine the other ones. So 20 is probably like 16. So 23. Wow, it didn't even move. Interesting. Interesting. This one's got to be lower. 23 didn't even move. Plus 2. Wow. Yeah, because crypto coin market cap was at 26 or something yesterday. We'll do one more. You know, you got to get multiple sources, right? Everyone knows that. 23. So, you know, low 20s. Pretty fearful. So maybe not a bad time to add, but overall, right? That's kind of what I got for TARS AI. If you like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe for more. I appreciate you stopping by as always. Have a great rest of your day. Take it easy. Peace.